Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Sim Golf. So right before I actually hit the record button, the first order of video, or the first order of business for the day in this video was I had to hire a couple of marshals. I got one for hole number 7 here and also hole number 6 just in case. But the reason we needed one for hole number 7 might surprise you because this hole doesn't really seem like it has a lot of features that would make it back up a lot, but I think the number one reason is that it's a par 3, and the next people on a par 3 can't really start shooting until the people in front of them have already finished their shot. So it seems to be just a side effect of having a hole that's a par 3. Also, the fact that when you start your saved game, everyone that was playing a hole starts right back at the beginning of the hole once again. So even if they were like almost done with the hole, they'll be right back at the beginning. But that issue will probably sort itself out in a few minutes. Not a big deal. But as far as course maintenance goes today, I think the first thing I want to do is work on hole number 6 here. At the very end of the last video, I noticed that hole number 6 was a par 3, and I'm actually looking for this to be a par 4. But you'll also notice that the stroke average is sitting at about a 3.58. So not only do we want to make it a par 4, we want to make it a little bit harder as well. Just going to go ahead and pause the game. And I think to make it harder, we're going to go ahead and move the tee back a little bit. Delete a little bit more of this here so that we can get a longer yardage rating. 359 is okay. And the reason for that has to do with tournament requirements, nothing to do with the actual gameplay. But the thing about tournaments is the more money that tournaments are willing to offer, the more stringent requirements they'll actually have. And the most difficult requirement to actually meet is length. So we'll go ahead and leave this like how it is for now. Go ahead and actually check, and yeah, I was kind of worried about this. Since we moved the pin back so far, looks like some people are actually taking shots over here onto hole number 5. I think we'll be able to solve that problem with just a nice scenic tree right here. Let's actually go ahead and use a red scenic tree, how about? I think I accidentally deleted my pathway. There we go. And just give it a little double check. And nice. Looks like no one wants to go to hole number 5 anymore. Sometimes that's all it takes. Always look for a simple solution first. Alright, now let's start working on a new hole, how about? Got a really nice suggestion for this hole actually in the thread. Just go ahead and drop the green right, or the tee box right here. I always say green because every piece of terrain on a golf course just about is green. I'll call the pins green, I'll call the tees green. I'll call the green green sometimes. In a rare moment of clarity. Alright. Getting some new members. Excellent. So, for this hole, I definitely want to kind of cater to all shot types on this hole. And I'm also going to go ahead and kind of continue our natural progression of river right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to make it look just a little jaggedy here. Something like this. Straight river's kind of boring, don't you think? And we'll just go ahead and rough out some fairway here. Something like this. I think we'll cut into the tree line just a little bit right here. Go ahead and utilize some sand trap right here to stop shots from being too easy. And okay, nice. Looks like most people are willing to go for it. Kind of screwing over the people with no length, but I think I'm also going to cut through here. And that will hopefully, yeah, now it looks like we're giving our golfers a couple of options. And that's what I'm looking for on this hole. We haven't had a hole yet where our golfers are really empowered to make a decision on where they want to shoot. And that's actually a powerful tool on the course. I'm going to go ahead and actually drop some more fairway right here. Kind of butchered our tree line a little bit, but hey, that's the price that nature pays sometimes for the progress of humanity. Maybe I'll plant a scenic tree somewhere in remembrance of that nice tree line. I think I'll go ahead and actually open this hole. And we'll see what people think of it. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually do some nice elevation crafting here. I'll use the hill tool. And just play with the green a little bit. Hopefully think people, or stop people from thinking that I said stink because I combined stop and think. Stop people from thinking that their shots to the green are too easy. Ah yes, the steel drums have reminded me that we haven't actually finished a storyline yet. And that's unfortunate. I really thought we would maybe have one complete by now. So what I'm actually going to do is drop this Stonehenge right here. Right in between holes number 7 and 8. And what the Stonehenge does is it kind of encourages happy endings. And in addition to that, I'm actually going to go to the clubhouse here. And let's see if we can get a couple people with the similar traits. And I'm going to go ahead and just pick these two guys right here. They look like they'll go together nicely. Both have the same traits. You'll see that they're happy playing with each other. If I was to pick this guy, say, these two guys would not get along very well. So we'll go ahead and put Ulf Raccoon and Mark together. And having the same traits will hopefully encourage them to have a nice round together. And maybe finish the story. Nice. So one thing I'm kind of worried about is I know that people are going to think that this shot is too easy if they're shooting from like here. So I think I'm going to actually just continue to flesh out our stream a little bit. Water taking over tree lines is just nature versus nature, right? That's okay. And hopefully just that nice little cut right there will... Dang, that guy went for it really hard. Oh, beautiful shot, buddy. Dang. That's about as good as it gets. Huh. Wait a minute. Is this guy even on this hole? Why are there 3 golf balls right here? Huh. I think I need to continue some more cart path in any case. That might be holding the game up a little bit. Sorry, I was just baffled by that for a second. Alright. Just go ahead and continue the cart path like so. Aha, this square right here used to be a radio antenna. Cannot build on this. It will eternally be rough, as I mentioned in an earlier update. Not a big deal. Haven't seen anyone think that their shots are too easy yet, which is nice. Just flesh out the fairway a little bit over here. I like this Happy Gilmore character, but I don't know what his phrases mean all the time. Alright. Let's continue a little bit more pathway around here. Oh, goodness. Dang, it looks like all of our stats went down this year. Not a big deal, though. We'll look for ways to get it back in the future. That's kind of the fun of this game. You make changes. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. I think a big problem is hole number 6 right here. Yeah, look at these stats. They're pretty awful. We have +0 in accuracy and imagination. The stroke average is sitting a little high, actually, also. I think one of the reasons is that I forgot to actually handle the elevation. I have the back of the green rolling off right here, which is just begging our golfers to end up in the rough behind the pin. So I'll go ahead and do a little bit of elevation carving here. I'll tag the end of this green square up right here. Also, I'll go ahead and actually raise the elevation right here to prevent steep slopes. And hopefully this will help out. Ooh, that guy just had a weird shot. Huh. Go ahead and raise this square right here. And maybe a little more all along here. Ugh. Ooh, that's dirty. I'm sorry, buddy. Let me help you out with that shot right there. Please. There you go. Close enough. Alright. So I think a few people... Oh! Getting some dandelions. Looks like not that many people think that this shot is too hard yet. Looks like Joe Groundskeeper is not cutting it for hole number 8 here. This is America. This is a merit-based society. You're gonna have to go, buddy, and I'll get someone that can do the job. See ya. Tommy Technician, you're hired. Yeah, that circle looks like it'll do nicely. The good thing about this fairway before the river is that it's very narrow. So people won't think their shot is too easy, hopefully coming onto this strip of fairway here because it's so narrow. And I'm also hoping that, yeah, people will actually go for it over the river here if they land right here. And it looks like they're actually deciding to kind of aerate their shots. Nice. Haven't actually seen anyone specifically say, should I go left or right yet, but... Ah, this guy just did. Nice. This is... People thinking that they should go left or right actually serves a couple of purposes because... A, people can only have one thought per shot, right? So, if they're thinking that, they're not thinking that their shot is too easy. So even if both shots are easy, they'll still have a happy thought because they'll be considering which way they should go. Nice. Alright, pretty satisfied with how this hole has actually turned out. We also got a very good suggestion for hole number 4 here, and that was to add a hill right here in between the green and the fairway. So let's go ahead and do that. Just use the hill tool again. Just kind of space it out a little bit. Something like this is probably just fine. Go ahead and have the absolute crest of the hill be a 5 right here. When you use the hill tool, it really generally stops there from being steep slopes, which is nice and convenient. But sometimes you gotta find a couple areas like this 4 to 1 right here that I changed to a 4 to 2 on this diagonal. Would definitely result in a steep slope, but you just gotta know where to look. Alright, and in the same vein, I'm going to go ahead and continue the domination of Mr. River right here and delete this stream and have it just be a continuation of our river that we've created. The stream is okay. Oh, Looks like we have a little bit of backup. Go ahead and hire another marshal. Not a big deal. We do have employees to spare. But after we make a few more holes, it might start becoming an issue. Definitely we'll have to start getting creative with our T placement. Like, for example, once we get up here, I'm going to try to make another T box around where hole number 4 is, so I can hopefully get a 2-for-1 on the marshal there. Alright, let's go ahead and extend our river now. Just go ahead and continue it up the ridge here, get some nice waterfall action going on. Get some more flamingos. Oh, no, looks like they turned into crocodiles. That's too bad. Okay, this guy actually does think that this shot's too easy. I think I have a little bit too much fairway right here. Go ahead and delete a square. That's the worst thing. This will just turn a golfer from having a great day into an awful day. When they miss an easy shot. Oh no. Okay. Looks like we have a couple of problems that have arisen here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this guy gets a nice shot right here. I don't want him to land in the sand trap. Oh, there you go, buddy. Please, make a good shot. And you might think that this is a little extreme, just looking after one golfer like this. But I'm really not looking to have any golfers storm off my course in this LP. It's just not a good look, and I would hate for someone's custom golfer to leave our course forever. Go ahead and drop some benches since I did forget. And I think I'll also hire another drink vendor for the area between holes number 4 and 8 right here. Man, this guy is also not going to have a very good time. Have I made this too hard? What's the stroke average sitting at? 4.72, that's pretty hard. Okay, I think I'll get rid of some of this sand trap here. Hey. People might think their shots are too easy now, but let's see how this guy does. I think the tricky elevation around here will probably be enough to still think will still stop people from thinking that their shots are too easy. Hopefully. We'll just play it by ear. Maybe I'll delete a piece of rough right here, and or a piece of fairway, and just jut the stream out that way. And hopefully this kind of narrow fairway right here will stop people from thinking that this shot is too easy. Maybe I'll actually delete this square of fairway also. There's no way golfers are going to hit it this far on their first shot all the way over here. So hopefully it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Also going to go ahead and drop a scenic bridge for people that do hit it over the river. Nice. Ooh, that's some dirty roll right there that guy's shot just took. Go ahead and raise the elevation here just a little bit around the pin. Nice. First person takes the scenic bridge. Easy. Maybe I don't have enough fairway now. These last two people have gone from rough to rough. Alright, alright. Maybe that was a bit of a hasty decision. I hope this works out. I really like this hole. I think it looks decent. I like the look of this hole, and I'm glad that we've gotten to continue our river domination here. I think the last thing I'm going to do in this update actually is continue our river some more. Go ahead and delete this tree right here. Oh yeah, that's something I actually forgot. People were complaining that balls almost hit them when they took this path right here. Might just have to deal with that, to be honest. I like the look of this area right here too much. The other thing I could do is continue more pathway on the other side, and hopefully this will stop people from actually traveling on the other side of the fairway. And in order to do that, it looks like we'll have to say goodbye to the last of the wetlands right here. Sorry, nature. We'll leave one square in remembrance of the wetlands. How about that? Something like this. Hopefully people will take this path now. Put a little bit more there just to encourage them. Nice. It looks like the minor changes that we've actually made have resulted in our skill rating and also fun rating going up quite a bit from the end of the last year. And we haven't even made any new holes since then, so it looks like it's just the minor changes we've made to holes. Yeah, check it out. Both of these numbers have gone up. Actually, all three of these numbers have gone up pretty well. And this fun factor right here is actually 166%, I believe, so not just 66, so nice. That's the power of a little bit of elevation change. Pretty good deal. The imagination on this hole is not great. But that's alright. The other two stats are pretty good. Looking solid. Oh, that's right. This guy's talking about the sand trap on this hole now. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at the stroke average. Sitting at about a 5.5. Not too bad, but since we've added this hill here, I'm actually going to go ahead and probably delete a fair amount of this sand trap here. We'll leave a little bit of sand trap hanging around, but I think I'll even extend the green a little bit here, like this, just for fun. Yeah, all of our numbers have gone up significantly. Fantastic. Got a lighthouse, moving on up to 4th place. I love it. Alright, so something I actually forgot to do this update was drop our new building. We did get a new building for hole number 8, and it's actually one of my favorite buildings. And it also plays into why I actually hired all those marshals, in addition to the fact that apparently I needed them all. But it's because now we've got a cart garage. I'm just going to go ahead and drop it right here, a little bit out of the way. Disconnect it. And what the cart garage will actually allow our golfers to do is drive around in carts. Surprising, I know. But I haven't actually seen it yet. Kind of waiting for someone to do it. I think it'll probably take the next round of golfers to come out before they actually get carts, maybe? Question mark. But yeah, the problem with carts is that basically they allow people to drive along the cart path faster and get to their next hole faster, but it doesn't necessarily speed up their actual playing of the hole. So kind of that results in a lot of backup at holes generally, which is why it's nice to have all those marshals. There we go, got some people on carts now. Alright. I think that'll about do it for this update. I am going to go ahead and actually play around, so look for that also. Didn't actually get to hole number 2 this update. You'll see that there's actually a lot of bad things going on for hole number 2. The fun rating is below 100%. The stroke average is pretty high. And I actually have some good ideas for this hole, which include the domination of this stream continuing along through here. But hey, look out for that next time. So you might have noticed that I Am Picky is playing our course, and he'll probably finish his round while I'm finishing my round, while I'm actually playing. So by next update, if you don't watch that video, we'll probably have a new piece of land right here. And yeah, look out for all that. I'll probably go ahead and post this piece of land in the update on the post, so we'll have all of this land to work with for our next couple of holes here, and even some of this little land right here, hopefully. I don't know. Like I said, I am going to look to make a tee box close to hole number 4 right here, so that I can 2-for-1 on marshals. But yeah, I think that'll about do it for this update. We made a new hole, made some interesting changes, dropped this Stonehenge, which unfortunately doesn't seem to have amounted to anything. Too bad. All in all, pretty satisfied with this update. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Dang it, this guy thinks this shot's too easy.